The No Kings protest took place this past weekend, and I still have no idea what they were even protesting, since as last time I checked, we don't actually have a king. The irony is, if the left wanted a king, these people would be out demanding a king. I don't care if they're out protesting, by the way. They can get their rocks off however they want. I just don't understand what they're trying to accomplish, much like the Women's March.
How would you define what a woman is?
How would I define what a woman is? Oh my God.
Was the Women's March originally going to be titled No Dicks? And they were like, no, that's too on the nose. The silent part is no kings, but yes, dictators.
How does it feel to belong to the government?
It feels like one big happy family.
And I don't necessarily hate that I'm owned by them at this point.
They just tore down all the statues of the people who fought the OG British king, and now they're out here looking like the Tea Party guys suddenly. By the way, I remember how the media used to treat the Tea Party when they would cover it.
That is nothing but a bunch of tea-bagging rednecks.
Not so glowingly as they're covering these protesters. Oh, now you care about 1776? What happened to 1619, you dipshit?
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
Damn it, I swear to God, I will turn this ship around.
Now 1776 matters? Get the heck out of here. I don't want to hear it. We just spent like a decade being told that none of these people are good. There's statues somewhere in a body of water.
Yeah, all the founding fathers are racist.
All the founding fathers' statues have been torn down, and you guys are suddenly like, we will not allow a king here.
I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire. I'm going through puberty again. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. We premiere new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central. Please join us in the chat. If you want to keep track of everything we do, the best way to do so is to go to Phetasy.com to see all the content we're churning out, which is a lot. Some might say too much.
There are simply too many notes. That's all. Just cut a few and it'll be perfect.
Okay. Getting right into it. All the videos of the protesters were so silly looking. It was like boomer fest. There were just lots of boomers in all of these videos. Liberal boomers everywhere. It doesn't even look like a protest. It's a parade. A parade of morons. I really truly go exercise your First Amendment. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. I just realize it is easy to see that entire personalities have been made around opposing Donald Trump. And I truly don't know what these people are going to do in 3 years or 10 years when he finally cedes control of the government.
When he finally gives up his crown.
When he finally gives up his crown, what are they going to do? And the other weird thing about these protests is that you see, it's like no kings. Okay, we don't have a king, but it seems like you really so badly want him to be that thing that you say he is, so you can say that we were right. See how right we were? It's weird how old the protesters were. They felt very manufactured, like the boomers' last stand. There was this hilarious tweet about how it was people who basically got out of the Vietnam War because they went to college and then they got brainwashed by a bunch of communists. And now they've been brainwashed by a bunch of Marxists again to go out and protest again. And he said, long story short, this is what would happen to Jenny in Forrest Gump if she didn't die of AIDS.
Now that I have the most contagious and incurable disease known to mankind, I'll finally have pity sex with you.
It did, have a little bit of that, like, hey man, we're just hippies, like opposing the man. By the way, guys, there wouldn't be nearly the global unrest that you're seeing amongst Gen Z in particular if you boomers hadn't clung to your wealth and power and not let anyone come up the ladder behind you at all, the way that you've managed to do up to this very moment, actually. Based on the demographics, mostly all white people, it looks like it was a no Kangs rally. I mean, wow, guys, really saying the quiet part out loud. The Democrats abroad had to put out a funny change to the No Kings rally, saying that they've changed the No Kings theme of other events around the world to No Tyrants so as not to mix messages in a country with a monarchy. We're also swapping out no crowns in favor of no clowns. Like the whole thing read like an invitation to a costume party. And also, why are you protesting no kings in other countries that have monarchies also? Guys, they had one of these rallies in the UK. You have much bigger problems than the problems we're facing here with Donald Trump. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Much bigger. You should be having no shakes rallies over there.
Brother,
Where were all these people, by the way, during COVID when the government was padlocking playgrounds and filling in skate parks and taking the baskets off basketball courts? Where were all of these protesters when schools were shut down, doing irreparable harm to an entire generation of children? Where were they when people were dying alone in hospitals and addicts couldn't go to an AA meeting, but somehow liquor stores and bars were allowed to be open? Where were they when the government was mandating everyone take an experimental vaccine in order to fly or leave their house and go to the grocery store or a comedy show? They were in their houses shaming people online for not getting vaxxed or wearing masks.
You are violating a mandated safer inside order.
These people marching are authoritarians at heart. They happily allowed a brain-dead moron to run the country as long as it's their brain-dead moron. The Biden administration coerced tech companies to censor conservatives and conservative opinion, which feels pretty authoritarian to me. They're not no kings. They're our king. They would abolish the Electoral College, stack the Supreme Court, remove the filibuster. They would cheer on every single one of these things that would undermine democracy as we know it. They would have no problem with an authoritarian or a king or a tyrant as long as it's theirs. They've never cared about the founding documents. They were written by a bunch of white men, colonizers, and slave owners the last time I checked. These people would ban plastic straws federally if they could. They're everything that they project or fear that they say the right is. That's what they are. They don't want small government. They want large government that intervenes on their behalf. This is them overreacting to what they've been free of having to deal with and what they've been doing to conservatives for decades. They've been calling the right literal Nazis and child murderers, and the right is supposed to get the vapors about some imaginary poop being dropped on an imaginary crowd from their imaginary king. A video released on a platform none of them are even on. It's also funny, like the left was like, see how peaceful these were? And they were peaceful. It was great. But the left has an overdependence on the fact that it was peaceful. They're proud of themselves for finally not burning down bodegas during their mostly peaceful protests. They were like, you guys want this to be violent so badly. We're like, no, we're just happy to see that you're finally protesting in a way that's, not violent and crazy. I've been to BLM protests and I've been in these crowds. I've just never been comfortable with groups chanting anything at any time. Whenever you have that like call and response thing, it's so deeply uncomfortable to me. It makes me feel like chills go down my spine. Even in AA, even in 12-step, I didn't like when there are these moments in AA meetings and people will say AA is like a cult, and I push back and I'm like, no, cults actually make money. and take your money, and AA is free. But I do get it when people have that feeling, because there are moments in 12-step meetings where everybody knows like one thing and they all say it, and you're like, ugh, like you're sweating meth, and everybody starts saying like, keep coming back, it works if you work it, and you're like, oh, I'm fucking out of here. I'd rather OD in an alley.
I used to suck for coke.
I seen them.
Even religion has always felt like a little bit creepy Simon Says for grown-ups for me, especially when you go to the services. You see like the Muslims have their little yoga exercise where they're praying. I'll probably get a jihad put on me for saying that.
I put a jihad on them.
In Catholic church, you stand up, you sit down, you kneel, you stand up. You've got to know all the stuff. It does feel a little bit like brainwashy, Simon Says.
You're all individuals. Yes, we're all individuals.
I get it. I get why people are resistant to that. I'm resistant to it. But when you have these like large groups and they're like, we don't want no king. We don't want no king. He's going to take our diamond ring. I don't know. He's going to take our diamond rings.
You'd be really good at coming up with crowd chants. Bridget would have the best crowd chants.
Protest and just do fake crowd chants, though. Like ones that seem really real, but they're just like made up.
He's going to take our diamond rings. He's going to take our diamond rings.
We don't want no fake kings. We don't want no fake kings. Only unless they know how to sing. And like everyone's like, only unless they know how to sing.
Yeah, it'd be like, what can you get the crowd to say?
Yeah. Simon Says for grown-ups.
We want the dog. We want the dog. We want the dog. We want the dog.
Pedro Pascal there were all these celebrities there. Pedro Pascal was there, so it seems like queens were allowed. Am I right? Ah. Ayo. Okay, maybe I don't know if he's gay or not. I also don't care, but he definitely looks like someone who says he's pansexual, and I absolutely want to punch anyone who says they're pansexual right in their face. I'm pansexual. Love this, bitch! As I punch them right in their mouth.
Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
There was a teacher that went viral, a Chicago teacher who mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination. She was doing this. I didn't pay much attention to this video because if you told AI to create an unhinged liberal, it would literally create that woman, which is why when I saw it going around, I just thought it was fake. She's got it all. And people were so mad because she's a teacher. And we've said this on past dumpster fires. I don't think it's really that ridiculous to say that someone who teaches your children shouldn't be celebrating political assassination.
Any assassination at all.
Any assassinations, but especially if you're there like, and then here's the Constitution. And she's like, kill your enemies. In response to the No Kings protest, Trump posted an AI video of himself wearing a crown in a fighter jet, dropping feces on the protesters. It is literally shit posting. It's so ridiculous. It's funny. I understand that when you are reading these things in a paper, or you're hearing a very serious news person talk about this in very serious tones, like the president of the United States posted a meme on his platform Truth Social in which he was flying a fighter jet, dropping what appeared to be feces on a group of protesters. And it is a little bit on the nose, Donald Trump just shitting on America and dropping a bunch of shit on America. I really hope that he did it while he was on the toilet, because that would add such an element of lore to it. We're through the looking glass.
Yeah.
We're through it. And honestly, I read it. I did read it. I saw this going around. I saw people talking about it, and they were like, what? And then I watched it and died laughing. Can you imagine if Mitt Romney had responded to a speech by Barack Obama by posting a video of himself urinating on Michelle. And now I have spoken that video into existence. Send your best Mitt Romney urinating on Michelle Obama videos to Maggie in the comments.
Oh, God damn it.
JD Vance also posted an AI-generated video depicting Trump as king with Democratic Party figures kneeling before him. Gen Z is running every campaign now, all over the world, and they're just shit-posting meme lords. That's what they do. That's what they're good at. It's what they've grown up in.
The shroud of the dark side has fallen.
Begun. The shit posting wars have. But this is nothing new. It's just funnier now. You don't have to write mean roast jabs when you can just make a meme. Our friends at Reason summed this up nicely over 14 years ago when we thought things had gotten as negative as they'd ever get.
John Adams is a blind, bald, crippled, toothless man. Murder, robbery, rape, adultery, and incest will be openly taught and practiced.
The nastiest, most negative elections.
Candidates have taken dirty to a whole new
It can
level.
seem like a return to civility is not possible.
And I'm pretty sure this is just Barron in his dad's ear. I'm pretty sure he tweeted it. He was like in his ear and he's like, release the poop meme, father.
At my signal, unleash hell.
So this is how democracy dies, with feces being dropped on a AI Harry Sisson. Before our next segment, don't forget to like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. We hit 100,000. We are so grateful for you guys. We're shooting the Mexican weather report this week. We'll get you the outtakes for people in the Phetasy.com community behind the paywall. You will get the video on its own. Don't worry, you won't miss it. Thank you for your patience. You have to stick around through the ad to see the weather report, guys. Sorry, them's the rules. Everyone in our dumpster fire audience knows we're genuinely concerned with the welfare of your balls. So if you're looking for the perfect pair of jeans to pull on over the perfect ball-supporting underwear, look no further than the perfect jean. The perfect jean rescues your nuts from stiff cardboard denim and cradles them in comfort as you're running around. These jeans fit like they were custom made and stretch like you wouldn't believe. The fabric is insanely soft. My husband got a pair and he loves them. He said they're the softest, most comfortable pair of jeans that he's ever had. And he said he feels like if he got into a fight, he'd be uninhibited. Like if he had to karate chop someone in an alley in the burbs. And I think he really looks good in them, which is all that matters. The sexy little bum. It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code Bridget15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code Bridget15. After your purchase, they'll ask you about where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Your khakis and get the perfect jean. You don't want to look like a fed out there. Link in the description below. Now let's check the weather with the Lluvia Carrillo.
Hasta 32 grados, que va en incremento la nubosidad, y esto porque pues esperan las precipitaciones también para el final de esta próxima semana. Pasamos a la imagen del satélite, vemos qué es lo que está sucediendo en este momento. Vemos este frente frío, el número 52 de la temporada, que bueno, pues ya se encuentra afectando gran parte del norte de nuestro país, y esto pues también en interacción con este canal de baja presión.
Thank you, Lluvia. You look gorgeous. Now, my favorite story of maybe the year, actually. Thieves committed a heist at the Louvre, stealing 9 pieces of France's priceless crown jewels in 7 minutes, humiliating France. Sacre bleu. The French haven't been this embarrassed since they were ruled by the Gauls. The French haven't been this embarrassed since their president's wife had to submit scientific photo evidence to a podcaster to prove she's not a man. But actually, the French aren't embarrassed. They don't really seem capable of shame. Otherwise, they would have been embarrassed by how many times they've needed to be rescued by other countries. They don't get embarrassed. They're the ones we're embarrassed about, like the Olympics last year.
Costumes? None other than Louis Vuitton.
What the fuck? There's so many things I love about this story. One being that everyone, my friend Iowa Hawk was making fun of like what the heists are like in movies. It's like going through lasers. And then it was just like a dude in a jacket just sawing through glass with this like crappy video of it.
New video appears to show a suspect calmly breaking into a glass display containing the stolen jewels. I
also love that we live in such a nightmarish dystopia of a global surveillance state that the reaction to this roundly was that it's wholesome. That's what everyone kept saying. This is so wholesome. Who knew that anyone could get away with a nostalgic art heist in the modern time of everyone being surveilled everywhere? They did this in broad daylight, by the way, with people filming it for their Instagram. Yes, in a world where the president of the United States is dropping thousands of pounds of feces from a fighter jet onto a crowd of protesters, in AI, of course, this theft was practically a Norman Rockwell painting. We all think that life is not interesting, but it turns out life is very exciting. These guys have proven me wrong. You can just do things. Have an art heist. Here we are talking about politics and making memes, and these guys are pulling off heists and saying things like, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
How do we get in? With a little help from some old friends. Rick Sanchez, you son of a bitch.
Sanchez, you son of a bitch.
Hey, Truckula! You son of a bitch!
I'm over here worried about if my house is clean enough for the housekeepers to literally clean it. And these guys are scaling ladders and breaking into the Louvre and saying, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." I'm eating a cupcake at a birthday party in the suburbs, not even enjoying it because I'm worried that I'm too fat and entering perimenopause. Just mentally obsessing about the dumbest shit, watching kids in a bouncy house in just a backyard somewhere in Texas. And these guys are cruising down the Italian Riviera in a Riva Aqua Riva wearing Dolce sunglasses, all looking in the same direction. These guys are probably fighting and fucking in exotic locations while draped in jewels they stole. And I'm over here genuinely angry that my husband got the wrong brand of peanut butter. Their next move will be to meet up with their underworld client at a seedy bar in Shanghai where they have to go by code names like the Jaguar. And I'm completely stressed out about whether it's too early or too late to aerate my yard. They're toasting each other with Dom Perignon at the top of the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, and I'm in a church basement collecting my 12-year sobriety chip, literally saying I'm powerless. It's so crazy, like that you can live such an exciting life like that, and most of us don't understand you can just do things. Experts say that if they don't find the jewels in a week, they'll be melted down and the jewels cut, so that in addition to the jewel thieves, you also have a Liam Neeson type dude who is a week away from retirement on the case who doesn't have time for this shit.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
But just so you know, my sourdough is lovely, although I think it might have been slightly overproofed. Maybe this whole no kings thing was a distraction.
Yeah.
Go all the way back, though. They had to get Donald Trump elected. It goes back that far. They were like, all right, we're pulling this up. But first, we need to get Donald Trump elected. They were going to do it in 2021, but their plans were foiled. All these climate protesters spray painting the Mona Lisa don't give a shit about the environment. They were just testing security. They were the Raptors testing the fence.
Clever girl.
They're on the yacht burning fossil fuels with the rest of them right now. That, by the way, is the funniest idea for a movie that I can think of. Ocean's 15 is just these guys having to like go back and do all of these insane geopolitical things just so that they can perfectly pull off their jewel heist. Why was this protest on October 18th? Like, I don't get it. Why today? What is the significance of this day? And now we know, actually. It was these guys. They needed a distraction. And they got one. Okay, here's how I'm going to present this to you, people watching the show who want to lose weight. We are 6 weeks away from America getting the fuckets, all right? That's when everybody checks out and they lose all the gains they made in the entire year. All the weight gains, all of the money saving gains, any kind of schedule you've cobbled together, you will lose it all in 6 weeks unless you get on your game right now and you decide, hell no, I'm ending this year on a high note. I'm going all the way through those weeks during the holidays. I'm not going to end. I'm going to get strong right now and continue to for the rest of the year. And for support in this, nothing beats the Caliber app. The Caliber app is 100% free to get started with the ability to upgrade to unlock more features or add a coach or for one-on-one support. The free version of the app provides full ad-free access to the app's features, including over 500 exercises, workout tracking, and the ability to create custom exercises. From there, you can upgrade to Caliber Pro, which includes group coaching, or you can upgrade to Caliber Premium, which includes one-on-one coaching. I've said it before, but Caliber has been life-changing for me. It makes weight and strength training simple and easy. Ladies, get those reps in. We're perimeno. It's not good. You're not going to keep that muscle up by yourself. The app is incredible. It gives you step-by-step instructions and even videos on how to correctly perform the moves. It allows you to see your gains and increases in strength, reps, and performance. So check out the Caliber app. See if any of their versions is right for you. Click the link below to get started and get strong. United Nations women tweeted a picture of women in niqabs behind the slogan, "When women lead, peace follows."
Oh, God.
The caption read, "With active conflicts at its highest level since 1946, the role of women in peace building is more important than ever. Alongside women on the ground, UN Women is uplifting women's leadership to realize a peaceful world for all women and girls."
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
I mean, beyond parody.
All of the women were covered head to toe.
Beyond, not even one woman with no coverage. This was basically the UN dumping shit on women. I can't believe someone posted this with a straight face. Well, we don't know if they had a straight face because her face was covered. All the women in that photo were probably publicly stoned directly after this shoot for showing too much wrist or some shit. I mean, how do we even get here? The community note went so hard on Twitter. This is why I love community notes is truly a phenomenal addition to X.
The niqab in this image reflects the Taliban's morality laws, subjugating Afghan women, banning education beyond primary school, employment, and public movement without male guardians, contrary to the UN Women's mission to uplift women's leadership. They actually posted this as an example of women's leadership.
Yeah. They're like, women leading you right back into the fucking Stone Age. This is what happens when women lead. You end up in a burqa, a niqab, whatever. It makes me wonder, though, if this isn't like the global, like this is the global push for this to be fucking normalized. That's what's so infuriating about this, is that this is a very subtle, and the fact that the community note has been removed is even more disturbing. It's this subtle push to normalize this as like, hey, this is just women's empowerment and it looks different for women in other countries. They want to wear this stuff. They want that. They're choosing to wear all of this from head to toe. No, they're not. No, they're not. And go talk to anybody like Yasmin Mohammed and how it makes you fucking invisible. And this is just a push to make this all like normal so that Islam can conquer the entire world. Anyways,
it's funny because it's true.
If you love the dumpster fire, the best thing you can do is become a paid supporter at Phetasy.com. You get the unedited version of this dumpster fire. We leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. You also get access to everything else we're doing, and it's a lot. Join us out on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday, 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central for a new dumpster fire. Thank you to everyone who helps make dumpster fire possible. Thank you to Ben, Kevin, Marlene, and Better Phetasy. Thank you to The Perfect Gene and Caliber for sponsoring today's episode. Thank you to all of you. We love you. Welcome back, Maggie. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.
People were very worried that you quit because
Did you not give them any explanation
No,
for where I was?
I would just let them try and... You're a mystery. I figured, No, I did mention there were some deaths in our family and that I'm a tyrant. And now to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious.
Wait! Stop! Don't eat that food!
Who are you? What are you doing in our house?
I'm from the future. I'm here to warn you, don't eat that food.
Why not?
The eggs, they're full of cholesterol.
What?
Eating even just one egg can dramatically increase your chance of heart attack. Don't eat eggs.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome. Godspeed.
Well, I guess I better take those eggs.
Wait! Stop!
You're back!
Yeah, we were wrong about the eggs.
How?
Well, it turns out there's two types of cholesterol. There's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, and eggs actually have both. So you can eat eggs, but just don't eat the egg yolks. So stick with the egg whites.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Godspeed. Wait! We were wrong about the eggs.
Again?
Yeah, okay, so it turns out that the amount of cholesterol in a food doesn't actually affect how much cholesterol ends up in your blood. The eggs are probably fine. In fact, we sort of don't even know what cholesterol is.
But the steak! You can't eat the steak!
Wait! We were wrong about the steak. It's the toast. Man was not meant to eat bread.
What do you mean man was not meant to eat bread?
Turns out it's genetic. Doesn't matter whether you exercise or what you eat. I'm sorry I ruined your meal.
Remember, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich like a jewel thief. Homeownership was once considered part and parcel of the American dream. Now it is something that is out of reach for many Americans. Do you own your own home? Do you want to own a home but can't afford it? Do you own a home but wish you didn't? What are some of the benefits and disadvantages of homeownership that you've experienced? We're going to talk about all of this and the frustration so many young Americans are feeling about not being able to achieve that dream on our next Real America. Join me, Bridget Phetasy, on Real America, Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We will be live discussing this. You can register to join the conversation at twoway.tv/BridgetZoom, or you can simply watch the episode at Real America Phetasy on YouTube. See you then.